divas, heroes, legends. Motorsports and passion. It is a world where mere men and women make their mark and cement their name in history.
Bridgestone production cars. Legends. Terry Moss.
Legends that still come to mind.
Sean van der Linde.
Grant van Schalkwyk.
Robbie Smith.
Eddie Keeson comes to mind as well. Sean Watson Smith.
Michael Briggs. Grant McCleary.
There was Charles Wilkin in the mix always. Mike White.
Dion Joubert. Tony Viana.
These are big legendary names.
Take a look around you.
These drivers of today are the legends of tomorrow.
The fastest man from race 1 goes into pole position for race 3. Another 6 laps of action coming your way, and it's Taylor versus Stephen into West Bank Corner.
I'll tell you what, with this racing format as well, we've seen a situation of a lot of lead being exchanged because the weight displacement, the ballast, success ballast, is changing hands all the time. So who's got the 70 kilos? Well, it must be Michael Stephen.
And they come around the outside. Look at that, Subaru on the inside. Henry Krunewold has found some pace in race 2. He's maintained that pace for race 3, and he's already looking to go up the inside and maybe sneak the first position away from the BMW. It's BM versus Subaru versus Audi. 3 manufacturers in the top 3 positions. That's what production cars is all about. So heading up towards Malmesbury, it's BMW and the Subaru. But look at that Subaru's pace. I've got to say something. The little problems that the Subaru team had in qualifying has paid off here, because I think Henry Krunewold might be on some almost brand new rubber, and that's going to help him out here in race 3.
All right, back to racing reality. In the meantime, it is Michael Stephen out in front in that brand new S4 into Cape Town corner. Look at Henry Krunewold. He is pushing. Ferrari going along for the ride and hoping that the BMW Afrox team will create a gap out of that. Still leading. All the pressure. Henry Krunewold has got some blistering pace.
Yeah, he certainly has. He comes out of Cape Town corner through the kink down towards turn 1 West Bank corner, and he could possibly steal second place away from Anthony Taylor. On his outside, look out for Melville Priest trying to go defensive and keep Ferrari out, but Ferrari goes on the inside and he sneaks through too. Both the BMWs being forced wide and both of them losing out, and possibly even both of them losing out to that 4th position. Ferrari forces Taylor wide. Taylor has to go very evasive coming out of West Bank corner, and Ferrari unfortunately just not in the right line for the second turn.
You know, I suspect you're right, Greg, in terms of Henry Krunewold. That rubber that he's got on that, he's really got some serious grip there and drive, which is vitally important. Chasing down Michael Stephen. This is going to be a battle royale at the moment. Nowhere in the picture are the BMWs. It's a 2-horse race at the moment. It is Audi versus Subaru.
Yeah, it's Quattro versus all-wheel drive too. Remember, both these cars with a 4-wheel drive system, and the Quattro seems to be winning out at the moment, but it's only just a matter of time, because Krunewold is all over the back of Stephen, and Stephen now having to go very defensive to keep him out. De Cunha's with a massive improvement, I've got to say. Both those 350Zs are seriously contending now, and in with a chance of taking a victory. Here comes Krunewold, down the back straight away, looking on the inside. It's Subaru versus Audi. The Audi is going to lose out here, and Henry Krunewold hits the front for the first time today.
Fantastic, and he'll need those points because they haven't had a really great run right on board right at the moment with Michael Stephen. It is the brand new S4, and he's got Henry Krunewold in front of it. He needs to find a way through here. On the way down to the main straight, it'll be a dash to that first corner. Henry Krunewold's got the better line at the moment. Michael Stephen has to come around the outside if he's going to have a chance.
Well, the grip is definitely better on the Subaru. As he comes into West Bank corner, he leads out now. He's definitely made that stick, but Michael Stephen is going to make him work for it. Behind comes Taylor. Taylor keeping Ferrari out only just. How much longer can he do, especially if he's running wide like he is there. Goes defensive into engine corner, as does Henry Krunewold. The engine extreme Audi can't find a way past. Neither can the Indy Oil one. The Afrox BMW of Taylor has gone very, very wide and very defensive to keep out that second Audi. As they come to the closing stages, they're coming up on the back end of the second of the Subarus. As we see a move here from Ferrari, trying to go around Anthony Taylor. And this is the battle for 3rd place, because now, remember, Henry Krunewold is out front. His teammate, Tanith Gardner, course, stepping into the car there for Richard Pinard, who had to head up to Joburg early on.
Well, no wonder he's got tickets for Neil Diamond.
Now, he had to go far, travelling far. As they come across the line, though, can you believe the action here? The checkered flag comes out. It's a victory for the Sassel Subaru team, and Henry Groenewald is going to be very happy with the progress that they've made, considering all the problems they had earlier on in the weekend. A great finish to race 3.
Right, let's have a look at the confirmation at the results at the moment. As they stand, Henry Groenewald, a race win. 2, Michael Stephen, Anthony Taylor in 3rd, Johan Fourie in 4th, and Melville Priest in 5th.
Behind the BMW comes Marco Acuna in the first of the 350Zs, then Chop Sapuka, race 2 winner down in 7th, Acuna in 8th, and Tanith Gardner in 9th place.
So 6 cars inverted, rolling start. Let's go racing, Greg.
Yeah, the man on pole, that is Acuna. He would have decided that we're going to go do a rolling start. And can we see the Q8 Oils Tubular Tech machine take its first victory? It leads into turn 1, but he's got 6 laps of some very serious action heading his way.
Fourie bouncing all over the place on the inside. Not a great place to be, but in a good position for corner 2. But I'll tell you what, this Q8 Oils Tubular Tech Nissan 350Z Nissan, if he gets it in front, he's got a good chance. He's a great driver.
He is one of the best drivers that we've got out there, and you can't be a bad driver if you're in Class A of production cars. And Acuna has had a bit of problems with that 350Z, but you can see that they have found the problems, sorted them out, and now he leads the race. And remember, Steve, the other factor to take into account here is he's going to be on very little, if not any weight at all. So that is going to play into his hands, and he might be able to keep the heavier cars behind him.
100%, Greg. Well spotted there as well. Right now, Fourie, if he's got a chance, he's going to have to make this. He's in 3rd at the moment. He needs to get on the podium. He needs points big time. He doesn't want to let too many people get in front of him at the moment on that back straight down to Cape Town corner. Oh, look at this. It's the BMW Afrox. It's trying to go on the outside. I think, of course, Acunia's got a better line. Fourie coming up. No. So, Priest, and then Fourie behind him, and still leading out as a Nissan.
3-way battle for 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Then there's a little bit of a gap to a 4-way battle for 4th place. And as they come across the line, you can see just how hard Priest is pushing. He wants by, but Acuna is going to make that 350Z probably as wide as a Nissan truck. You are not going to get past me, and I am definitely going to make this my win. We're coming into West Bank. Priest around the outside. He'll have the inside line if he can maintain that outside. But you can see Acuna very wily there, just forces him wide and does not allow him to take the inside line for turn 2.
Look at that, Fourie on the outside, all the way down to Cape Town corner. They will be going. And I'll tell you who's got the grunt because they get on the brakes really, really, really late. The Avrox BMW we know can stop on a tickie, and so can Johan Fourie.
Come look at how Faurie's having to push Melville Priest. Priest looking for a way. All of a sudden the Subaru's back up and he's bridged the gap between himself and 3rd place Johan Fourie. Indy Oil's Audi is having to work double time now. Going on the attack to catch the Afrox BMW, but going on the defensive to keep the Sassel Subaru behind him.
Chop Sapuka further back in the field, not having it his own way at the moment. He needs to push a bit harder. But now we're through Malmesbury as well. Very tricky there. We saw Michael Stephen go off earlier on there. But it's a straight sprint down to the back. Has the 350Z got the grunt? It seems to be the case. Of course, he's driving a really, really good line right now. Fourie can't go on the inside, and of course, the BMW can't go around the outside.
They look for the inside line, but it's not there because there's just cars in the way. And now we've got 5 cars because Taylor has also bridged the gap. He's now onto the tailpiece and looking up the exhaust pipe of that Sassel Subaru. He's bringing Chop Sapuka along for the ride. And Paolo Acuna is basically the second part of this massive sandwich of 6 cars at the front end of Bridgestone.
Groenewald down on the outside. The BMW goes down the outside. Will he follow him? Of course, there's no way through there. Fourie on the inside. Kenny Groenewald has to back up a little bit. He'll try again, there's no doubt about that. And all over him right now is Anthony Taylor.
That's why he had to back out. He saw Taylor coming and had to go defensive to keep him from sneaking through. Groenewald tries to go on the inside. Here comes Fourie. A late bit of braking there from Groenewald. Groenewald sneaks through. I saw that coming. And the Sassel Subaru, a little bit of rubbing between the two of them. It's all-wheel drive versus Quattro, and the all-wheel drive car has won out again. Driving around the outside into the kink, heading down towards turn 3, Rose Foundation. What a move there from Groenewald.
How did he see that gap? Because I only saw it after the fact. He saw it going in there. Amazing driving.
Now, he's not a multiple champion in these kind of cars, and of course in V8s, that's the kind of skill you need. You see a line, it opens up all of a sudden, and you just dive in there and make it yours.
So, Kenny Groenewald now collecting points in a big way. Here's a straight dice. The BMW, the Team Afrox on the outside. Groenewald looking for a way in that Sassel Subaru. He goes on the inside of the BMW. Melville Priest didn't have an answer. That's the second time he's done that.
Yeah, let's see if Melville Priest can actually get better drive. He can't. The all-wheel drive system just kicks in, and he now tucks in behind, all side by side with Melville Priest. Priest manages to find a gear coming out of the kick, heading down towards turn 1, West Bank corner. There are 2 cars abreast. Henry Groenewald tucks in, tries to get a little bit of slipstream, but there seems to be a problem on Groenewald's car. He slowed up dramatically there as they came down towards West Bank. He manages to find whatever the problem was and sort it out, and now comes out of Westbank, sitting in third place, still behind the BMW.
Well, let's not take this away from Marco Acuna because he is driving a very clever and astute race.
Coming into engine now. Acuna is having one of the drives of his life. He's watching in the background as all the action happens, and there you go. It had to happen. A bit of a force there from Henny Groenewald, forces Priest wide, and look at that. It might be the Audi sneaking through into third place. They come through side by side. Whoa, sideways action, and a big slide there coming out. But Ferrari sneaks through, and Taylor might just do the same thing to his teammate.
Looking at the back, Chop Sabuka, I think his rubber could be going. He's not getting the same kind of drive or the grip at the moment, but the action is not at the back, it's at the front in a big way.
Yeah, but check it out. Chop Sabuka's closed up on those BMWs now. The little in-house scrap between the two Afrox boys has slowed them down, and Chop Sabuka is now within pouncing position. So he wants to sneak through and probably just jump ahead. He might be able to get these guys coming down to Cape Town corner. It's the inside line being held out there by the BMW, and, well, it's Anthony Taylor going defensive as always, keeping Sabuka out.
Tell me, Greg, did you hear that door shut?
Only just. It's slammed, bud. Can you believe how hard he's pushing? This is great stuff. Class A Bridgestone production cars putting on one of the best shows yet today, heading down towards Westbank corner. Ferrari wants to go around the outside. Remember, Johan Ferrari is driving the wheels off this Audi. It'll be the last time he's in this A4, and of course he's also driving for the memory of his dad.
Yeah, there's also another rumour flying around as well that we might have a new addition in terms of going to Port Elizabeth. It might be Modak in one of the Terry Moss's A4 Audis.
Can't wait to see that. That'll be awesome. That'll be another Audi into the mixture. And onto the inside, Groenewald has made a move. He's just keeping everybody behind him. He's trying to go as defensive as possible. This is the final corner, Cape Town corner. It looks like the Nissan has done enough to take a victory. That is going to be awesome. The last time we saw a Nissan take a victory was in the hands of Leroy Poulter. So it is about time we've seen a Nissan at the front end, and it's going to be the Q8 Tubular Tech man who is going to make it #1 for the 350Z team.
Well done, Marco Acuna.
Coming across the line, Ferrari takes second place. He's going to be ecstatic to be on the podium, and well done to the India Oil Audi team. That's the last time we hopefully see the A4 in action. He'll be in an S4 by the time we get to PE.
So, confirmation of those results. The final race for Marco Acuna wins it. Johan Ferrari in second, Melville Priest from Team Afrox in third, Anthony Taylor and Chop Sabuka in fifth.
Beating out Henny Groenewald right across the line as Groenewald's boost pipe came off. And Michael Stephen, unfortunately, with a DNF.
A start to the finish. Marco Acuna, absolutely brilliant. You held off. You were under a lot of pressure for at least 6 laps.
Yeah, I think down here in Cape Town, everyone was so close the whole weekend. So we knew it was going to be a close race. But I just kept going, put my head down and went for it.
You must have felt that knowing you were on the pace in practice the day before and to also qualify, you know that there was a little bit more that you had to do, and to get that opportunity with the inverted grid and get on pole, you made that car very wide.
Well, yeah, that's exactly right. You know, we had a bit of a crash in the second race, so I must say a big thanks to the whole Tubular Tech RNA Q8 Oil team. They just did a magnificent job of getting the car back together, and we kept it flag to flag victory.
Heading to Aldo Scribanti in round 3 of the Bridgestone production cars. Anthony Taylor now takes the lead, 2 points ahead of his teammate. Henny Groenewald is only 2 points back, 4 points in the top 3.